Hello, it's Mr. Booth here to talk to you about the Year 8 into Year 9 option process. This assembly is already begun to your son or daughter, but it's also useful to share this information with parents. Here we can see the Year 8 curriculum. And as you can see, it's a very broad curriculum of all the different periods and all the different subjects that your son or daughter does. But it does have some limitations. You can see that if a student is particularly gifted in drama or music, then they only actually study one period in that subject. So what we do as students progress through their time at Abbeygate College is we allow students to make more choice with their option subjects. We allow them to have more choice about what subjects they want to do, as in which subjects they enjoy. It starts off with this year, Year 8 into Year 9, but then also we go into our GCSE option process, which has a much more involved process about it, and then of course going from 16-year-olds going into Year 12 and choosing their A-levels. So here we can see our core curriculum. These are the subjects that are compulsory and all students do. Within that, there are maths, English, science, which is a little increase from their previous allocation of subjects to get them ready for GCSE, geography, history, PSHCE, RE, 2 periods of computer science, and a double period of sport. So all students do this. There is no option choices for these subjects. And now we have the option subjects. These are the courses that we're asking your son or daughter to make a choice from. You can see that if you compare it to the Year 8 curriculum allocation, there are many subjects that now have 2 periods. Art, drama, music, DT are now 2 periods. And we've also introduced a pre-GCSE PE course, and these are for students who are considering doing GCSE PE, and therefore it has a course which enables them a little bit more theory content of their lessons, so they know exactly what to expect when choosing GCSE PE, if they choose to do so. What we're asking all students to do is make a choice, and first of all to choose a language. So they must choose either French or Spanish. Modern foreign language is an important part of our curriculum, and it's important that all students choose one of those languages. Then we also ask that you choose 2 other subjects from the remaining 5. Now, if they wish to, they can choose 2 languages. So for example, they could choose French, and then for their 2 other subjects, they could choose Spanish, and then they could choose art. But that's the choice we're asking all students, with conversations with yourselves, to make. So when making choices, it's important that students consider them carefully. The best way to make choices is to choose subjects they're good at and to choose subjects they enjoy. Right? And those, I would say, are the 2 key things. If they make free choice from those subjects we're given the option to, they will still have a good breadth of the curriculum, and they will have plenty of options going forward as they move through their school career into Year 10 with the GCSEs and beyond. It's also important to stress that subjects they might want to choose at GCSE, they should maybe choose those. However, they will not be prevented by studying it at GCSE. So what I mean is that, for example, if a student didn't choose DT for Year 9, right, that doesn't prevent them from choosing DT into Year 10. And similarly so, if they didn't choose drama in Year 9, that doesn't prevent them from choosing in Year 10. But just typically, if they choose the subjects they're good at and enjoy, they tend to lead naturally onto their preferences at GCSE. And very importantly, what should they not regard as important is what their friends have chosen. They should make their choices independently based on themselves, and of course who will be teaching them, because they will not know. There are different teachers who teach in different year groups, and like all schools, we always have a very low turnover of staff, so they don't actually know who will be teaching them come September with their subjects. So the choice in front again is to make a language choice, to choose French or Spanish. Then after they've made that choice, to choose either art, DT, drama, French if they want to do 2 languages and they've chosen Spanish in their first option, music or the pre-GCSE PE course, and then a second choice as well. I would also ask that you make a reserve choice. This is in the unlikely situation that I cannot make the 3 preferred choices fit. It's very, very unlikely, given the number of subjects that are available and given the many permutations and the number of groups that will exist, it's very, very likely that your preferred choices will be fitted. But just in case, I would ask you to make a reserve choice. If I do have to use a reserve choice, you'll be fully informed of the case, and then you can actually reconsider options if need be. The deadline for choosing the courses is Sunday the 24th of March. So there is a link in the letter that's accompanied this video for an MS Forms link, so you can actually provide those choices. And as I've said, all choices will try to be accommodated, but nothing's guaranteed. But it's very likely with Year 8 into Year 9, I will be able to make your choices fit. So what are the timeline of events? On the 1st of March, date that's already passed, you received the progress cards for your son or daughter. So this information is very vital because, of course, it gives you a good indication of what subjects they are actually good at and therefore possibly which subjects they enjoy. The week beginning of the 4th of March, i.e. this week, your son and daughter received this information, this PowerPoint, as part of a Year 8 options assembly. 8th of March, at the end of this week, is when the option process opened, and that's when you receive this letter. And the 24th of March is when we ask that you complete your options by. Options submitted after this date will be accepted. However, all options that are received before the date will be used to create the option blocks, so you may miss out if you submit your options after the 24th of March. And finally, we're here to help. If you want any further information, obviously your child can speak to the heads of department, their teachers, their form tutor, or your senior staff or heads of careers if needs be. Or if you want a little bit more information from myself, please don't hesitate to contact me at the college, and I'll happily go through any more information that you desire. Thank you for listening.